Lunch with Leah, episode 410. Here's Leah.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Turkey Week. Is everybody ready for Thanksgiving? So I feel bad for all those people up in the north because now I hear there's lots of airports closed. There's lots of snowing, lots of blizzards on the northwest in Oregon and in Northern California. So I am glad we are not there. My phone's going off. I'm going to turn it off so they don't. It's probably somebody important calling me. Well, let's see, who could it be? My Pilates instructor. Okay, so RJ and I and Roy just came back from a long trip, and oh my God, we had to go to New Braunfels, Texas. So to get there, we flew into San Antonio we flew into Austin because of the time that the flights were available to leave because we wanted to go after work on Thursday. So we got in late that night. Then we had to get the car, drive to the downtown Austin, which, just so you know, if you want to go there, every street is blocked off for something. It's either construction, a parade, I don't know what, but there's a barricade on every street. So that was an adventure. Then we finally get to this hotel, and remember the Driscoll Hotel? Well, I've stayed there before, and before I always got really nice rooms. But this time, this room they gave us, which was not cheap, was it, Jason? It wasn't cheap. It was like a jail cell. It had high ceilings. It was all boxed in. There was no window. There was a window, but when you opened the curtains and looked behind the window that they had tinted, it was like 3 feet away from another brick wall. I really felt like I was in a jail cell. It was claustrophobic. I had to leave the door open to the hallway not to get agitated. And it was so dark and dingy. But we got there so late at night. I was so tired from going to the airport, fighting the traffic to the airport, waiting 2 hours for the plane, flying on a small 737 plane where the seat goes back 1 inch. You can't rest. And it was just I was just too tired to argue with them. So I took the room and we left the next morning. But I was like, I'm not going to settle for that anymore. If someone's going to charge me a premium, they're going to give me a good room. So I was mad about that. And Roy said, well, you know what happens when you get into a hotel late? They give you what's left over. I'm like, no, what happens when you get to a hotel that's late and you're checking out early the next day? They should give you the nicest damn room in the hotel because you're going to be there for a few hours. But anyway, so there was that. Then that rental car that you rented, Jason, was a Lincoln. It was fantastic. It was hard to learn how to use because we couldn't find the lights, the gear shift, the sprinkler, the window washers, how to turn the blinker. But once you figured it all out, which is why I never get a new car, because I don't like to figure it out. I have the same cars for as many years as they'll ride on the road. But once you figured it out, I swear, it was a nice big luxury car. Roy said, you have to tell Jason that car was fantastic. And remember, it was half the price of the next one up. And so it was really, I couldn't believe it. It was brand new, and it was just like a big luxury car. I could not believe it. I like, well, finally we got some good luck here. Then we go the next day to New Braunfels. Well, has anybody ever been to New Braunfels? It's a little German town. Years back it started as a little German town. Now it's a mix of everything town. And we got lost, of course. So while we got lost, because of the GPS in those small towns, the roads change, I don't know. Anyway, we went to the wrong place somehow. We run up on these houses where these deers are scrambling for food in the yards. They are digging for food. They're starving. I'm going to call PETA today. I'm calling them today. I'm serious. Wait till you hear the story. So these deer, they're emancipated. Some of them could hardly walk. They were so skinny. So now I told Roy, we're going to go get food and feed the deer. So then I start researching what all these deers, there's deers everywhere. Well, what happened is the city decided the deers were a nuisance, and there hasn't been a drought in 5 years. So because there's no drought, there's more deer than usual. They decided, a new city councilman came up with this bright idea to starve the deer. No. They're just starving them. So we went, Roy Jr., me and Roy, we went to 4 different stores looking for feed for the deer. Finally, we found corn. You give them corn. So we bought 40 bags we bought 5 or 6 bags of 40 pounds of corn. And RJ had to lift them and put them in the car. I mean, they were so heavy. And then we spent the whole day running around looking for where we saw the original deer. And then I guess it would be my nephew's wife, so my niece, they all went with us, and we were in 3 cars, and everybody had bags of it, and we took cups, and we threw corn seed all over the entire town. Then I find out you can get arrested. You're not supposed to feed the deer. So now we go to the park, and we dump like gallons of beer in the park so the deers could all come later, because that's where they kind of seem to go, the ones near the park. And I've said, I don't care if I get arrested. I'm going to be like Jane Fonda, getting arrested on the White House steps. I'm going to be arrested with the deer. I could care less. So anyway, so Roy's like, well, don't worry about it. Who cares if we get arrested? We're not going to let these deer starve. So now I'm going to call PETA, because then I found out that used to, before they started starving the deer, what the responsible citizens would do was put cottonseed oil on the corn. So when they feed the deer with the cottonseed oil, if you use it regularly on all their food, then they become sterile and they can't have babies. So that's a much more responsible way. Then you feed them, you keep them healthy, and then the breed just doesn't continue to, breed like that, and then you cut down the population of the deer. So I'm going to call PETA today. I'm going to raise hell about that, and I'm going to get that town in trouble. So there's that.
Alec Pletcher wants to know, were the deer captive or wild?
Wild.
And Susan
everywhere in the town.
And Susan Selander said she saw the photos of RJ feeding the deer, and she thought it was sweet and kind.
Yeah, they were so hungry, they would walk up to the car and eat out of the cup. I mean, you got to be starving when you're a wild animal and you'll walk up to a strange car, because originally they were scared of us, and when they saw we were giving them food, they started walking up to the car, eating out of the cups. It broke my heart. Some of the little ones, the babies, were so emancipated they couldn't even walk. It was horrible. Anyway, so then I went to a wedding. We went to this wedding out in the middle of nowhere called a destination wedding. It was a beautiful venue, and the wedding was perfect. And all the people in it were beautiful. RJ was in it. They had really pretty girls and really pretty groomsmen, and they had really great music. And the food wasn't my type of food, but everybody else loved the food. And I mean, I didn't dislike the food, but they had a lot of meat, so there was that. Then they also had pasta. And then they also had, my favorite thing though is a rehearsal dinner. They had these cheese grits, and they were delicious. Oh my God, they were so good. Anyway, then the night before, my sister had thrown a rehearsal dinner, and that was like 65 people. Then the wedding had almost 300 people there. They had 10 bridesmaids and 10 groomsmen. I mean, I don't even know 10 people that are having a wedding. I can't even believe it. Anyway, it was nice. So then we go to San Antonio, and this tuxedo that Roy Jr. had to rent, it was gray. They also make you wear the shoes they want you to wear, which he has a pair similar, but anyway, we took the shoes. These shoes in a size 13 took up the entire half of a suitcase. So we don't check bags at all. We only carry on bags. So I couldn't wait to get rid of that tuxedo fast enough so I'd have half that bag left to pack stuff in. And then my brother-in-law fortunately was willing to take all the tuxedos back, so we didn't have to bring it back here. So we dumped the tuxedos on him, and he took them back in New Braunfels. And so then I had half that suitcase. Then I could breathe. Of course, I had the little dog. The little dog was so perfect. When I put the pee pad down, the dog peed on it in 1 second, no questions asked. When I took him outside at the wedding, he peed on the grass. I couldn't believe it. I was like, he's grown up. He's being so well-mannered now. So the dog went great. And then we went to San Antonio. And then when we were in San Antonio, RJ, what did we do? Well, of course, we toured the city like tourists. Roy Jr.'s never seen the Alamo. So Roy and RJ went to the Alamo, because I've seen the Alamo 100 times, because I used to live in San Antonio. When you live in San Antonio and people come from out of town, like I remember my distributor from Switzerland would come from over there, come to San Antonio, and then the guy from Canada would come to San Antonio, and all my various distributors, Toronto, wherever, they would come to San Antonio. Of course, they all wouldn't go to the Alamo. So I would tour them in the Alamo, so I could be the tour guide of the Alamo. So I didn't want to go to the Alamo. I didn't want to go, I was going to go, but they wouldn't let the dog in, the 4-pound, 5-pound dog. So I said, I'll just get my hair blown out, and so they can go see the Alamo. So they went to the Alamo. Then we had, of course, we had to have the Mexican food, the margaritas and all the greasy Mexican. But let me tell you, San Antonio makes the best Mexican food anywhere. It's the most authentic, really good Mexican food. Then we had to ride the river walk. Oh my God. They have these tour buses that you can sit on and go down the river on the tour buses. So we went down the river on the tour buses. And that, like not the tour bus, the tour, what do you call it? Boat. It was like a boat. So we went down there, and then the tour guide's giving us a, play-by-play. This building was that, and this building was that, and this building was that. We did that for an hour. And I was like, I've done that ride 50 times already, but I did it for Roy Jr. and Roy. And then we had a great hotel room there. Jason, that hotel they gave us, Roy said to tell you, he doesn't know how you got that room at that rate, but it was a suite, and it was really cheap. How did you get that room rate?
I don't know.
You used his Hyatt card or something? Because they gave us a really good room rate. But always use American Express, because then you can check out at 4 and you get free breakfast. I don't go to breakfast, but they do. I forgot to tell you that before. But anyway, so that was that. Blah, blah. Then we had the whole experience of the boarding passes. Jason emailed me the boarding passes. And the girl at the front desk, she went home without printing them. So that was the only thing I got into with the hotel. I went up there to get the boarding pass. She says, oh no, the girl that he sent him to, she leaves at 4 o'clock. I go, well, did she print the boarding passes? No, she didn't print the boarding passes. So I had to get somebody else to print the boarding passes, which means I had to go re-find the email and resend the email to somebody else. So I emailed that original girl that you were supposed to get that was supposed to print out the passes. I just emailed her. I said, listen, you left work without printing out the passes. You could have had them delivered to the room, or you could have called us, or at least you could have left them at the front desk. You're either irresponsible, lazy, or both, and there is no excuse. That's what I emailed her, and I left. Anyway, so the flight coming back was at 5:40 in the morning. Do you realize what time you have to get up to be at the airport by 3:40? We didn't do that. We got to the airport by 4:30. We had to turn the car in and get to the airport. But let me tell you something. I had to get up at 3 o'clock. Well, knowing I had to get up at 3 o'clock, I didn't sleep. I couldn't sleep. Then you get on the plane, and it's not the 777 where you can lay down, so I didn't sleep on the plane either. So couldn't sleep, and so then I didn't sleep the entire night before last. Zero sleep. So yesterday I tried to sleep all day, but I didn't really sleep that much because I picked up that book Anonymous at the airport, and I'm reading that. Oh my God, you've got to go get that book Anonymous. Now, apparently the person Anonymous says they're going to come out and say who they are. I'm dying to hear who they are. I talked to somebody last night that told me 2 people that they think that they are, that did it together. I think it's a group of people. But the 2 people they mentioned weren't big names or nobody ever heard of, but they work inside the administration. So I can't wait to find out who wrote that book. And then, of course, I got Freda a Texas t-shirt. How to do that. And RJ wore for the entire weekend his cowboy boots, which weigh 100 pounds, his big cowboy jeans that have to go over the boot, which I didn't realize all that, because if you wear the ones that go in the boot, that's what the girls do. So they're flare-legged jeans. His cowboy belt, which you have to take off at every stop at the airport, because the metal buckle on it is like sets off the electrical system in the entire thing. So that is what went on. So anyway, that was that. Oh, and then I ordered the Christmas trees. Jason finally got the Christmas trees ordered for LA. I got a hold of a guy last night that's going to help me put them together. I'm going to take these 2 trees that look exactly alike because they're only 7 feet each, and I'm going to hook them together somehow, make them 14 feet, and then I'm going to trim them and make them like even and symmetrical. So we got that done over the weekend. So who's ready for Black Friday? Because is this what these the prices that we're offering these at, James?
Yes.
Okay. So this bag, which is normally I forget how much, like $4.50 or something, I don't remember. This is fantastic. It comes in silver, white, and tan, cream. But I'm not sure they're all in stock. But this
I think
one,
we only have the white and ivory.
we only have the white and ivory.
And there's only about 2 or 3 of each of those.
Oh my God, and $90. And I think this is the most stunning bag. Lisa Vanderpump, of all the bags that I offered her to pick from, she picked this one. And I think she picked it in the white or the silver.
That's the one Heather has too.
Which one?
Heather has that one too.
Heather McDonald?
Yeah.
You see, it's a celebrity bag of choice, but I do love it. It's big, a lot. You can fit a whole lot in it. You can get your wallet, your glasses, your makeup. It's like long. It's just so gorgeous and elegant. I love it so much.
Yeah.
And it doesn't catch on anything. I love this bag. Okay, so there's that one. Now, moving along.
And we have a lot more than what we're just showing today, but these were just some of the ones we wanted to show everybody.
You go to the website
Correct.
to what? Hello? You go to our website, and then you go to handbags. What do you do?
Yeah, go to leahblack.com and then go to handbags, and everything is priced there. You will see the original retail price as well as the discount
and all
price.
the prices are there, and it's while supply lasts. This is for Black Friday.
And they're all final sale prices, too.
I want everyone to be all dolled up. Yeah, the final sale because of these prices. But I want everyone to be dolled up for the holidays. I also love this bag. This is the one that Courtney Love picked out that she has. She has it in gold and silver. And this one really holds a lot. This one's only, oh my God,
$75.
Giving these away. $75, I want both. But this one holds a lot. I mean, look how big it is. And it snaps closed.
And there's a chain.
It's got a strap on it. So you can use it as a shoulder bag, or a lot of women are wearing them in the daytime with jeans and t-shirts with a crossbody bag. So there's this one that's fantastic. That's a bargain. It's $75. We're going to go bankrupt. That's it. How can we do this? I'm not kidding.
Well, wait till you see those two.
Well, it's a closeout, you know.
Yeah, they're closeout prices.
It. But we don't have that many of anything. Now this one is only in the silver, or is it coming?
We have
in gold?
silver. We have gold.
It comes in silver or gold. So
yeah.
it comes in this color. We do have gold left, and it comes in this color.
Correct.
So you can get either color you want. And this one, I'm afraid to look. Oh my God, should I look at the price? $45! Just pick me up off the floor. This is a great travel bag. I love it because sometimes when I'm traveling, I just put my license and my lipstick and my eyeglasses in here and my phone and wear it as a crossbody, and it's real easy to check in and out of the airport, but it's also an after 5 bag. And you can use it as a clutch if you use it without the strap. $45.
Raquel Gitch says it's beautiful. I need it. Jesse DeFrida says I have the red one and it's perfect Christmas bag.
Oh, this one? Oh my God, this probably my, I don't know, maybe one of my favorites. I love this one. It's just, this one, if this was Jimmy Choo, it would be $2,500 to $3,500. But look how gorgeous this fabric doesn't catch on anything. It's just stunning.
And it comes in pewter as well.
And it comes in a black pewter. It's gorgeous. I love it. It's got our logo in it. It's so elegant. It's got a big chain. This one has got to be more expensive. Thank God. It's $125.
Yeah, but it's normally $450, I think, and so that's $125.
I don't even know how we're selling it at $450. But this one is, the black one's also gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
They're both beautiful. And this one holds a lot too because it's big, it's wide, you can strip iPhone in it unless you have the big wide iPhone, but my iPhone fits in it.
Yeah, so take advantage of the handbag things because it's only through Monday, so the prices.
It's only through supply lasts.
Yeah, or now, Monday, which is first.
This one, this is the satin. The red satin, and we only have a couple of these. I know that because I remember we only had a couple made. They're all custom made. All these are custom made. You won't see very many of them out there. And this one is $45. So this is a good one too for the holidays. So there you have it. I want everybody to, let's see, my whole world, oh my gosh, blah, 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 blah. Okay, the phone's going off. Okay, you know why? Because we have that Kathy Rundle fundraiser coming up for the Attorney General of, or whatever, the U.S. Attorney or Attorney General of Florida. That's coming up on December 10th. If anybody wants to come, go to Leah Black, hello@leahblack.com, and we'll tell you about it and give you an invitation. Then, so I get everybody off at the house. I let them all off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So it's just us and Freda. And you know how long Freda was in the shower today? I'm not kidding you. I started calling her. An hour, I kept calling her. I sent RJ up to see if she fell on the floor or dropped dead because she wasn't answering her cell phone or the phone. She was in the shower. Finally, when we left, I call the house again. She answers. I go, Freda, where are you? Oh, no, I've been in the shower. An hour! So we left the house worried that she was okay, but we had to be here on time. She's got the 4 dogs, so she's the only one going to be at the house with us. And then, of course, the security in the front, but other than that, and all the dogs. So I let everybody off for the whole time so they can make those big old Thanksgiving turkey dinners. The Cubans will have rice and beans and pork. The Ecuadorians will have rice and beans and sweet potato and turkey. The Haitians will have ham and turkey. It's a whole smorgasbord if you go to their houses. I love how they party and make all the food. I gave everybody I don't know, how big's a turkey? I don't know how much turkey weighs, like 20 or 30 pound turkey. We gave everybody turkey like this big. It's frozen. All they have to do is stick it in the oven. That should be a challenge for some of them, including me. Okay, so there's that. Oh, and then we have some good news for you. Our serum is one of the most popular products because it has 250 milligrams of CBD in it. So we have tweaked the formula a little bit so that the consistency is a little more consistent, and you don't have to shake it. You're going to love it. It has the same efficacy, maybe even a little bit more, and it's the same formula, but it's just a little the consistency is a little bit different. But you're going to love it. You'll see. You got to trust us on that. Well, it looks the same. Okay, sure. Let me see. All right, so it's more. It's a little wider. You see? And this just goes on perfect.
It's great.
It's so fabulous. I love the serum. I think the serum and the moisturizer are my favorite two products. The eye cream's the #1 seller. Do you know somebody bought the other day 6 eye creams? Do you think they're selling them? Yeah. Or do you think they're using them on their whole body? Or you think they think that we're going to go out, run out of it?
I think they're using it. People are telling me on social media that they're using it everywhere. And
could be. Or also, I guess the podcast, because we have the podcast.
Their husbands are using it too.
Yeah, of course they are. The podcast promo code, I think maybe they're concerned we're not going to have that, but we're always going to take care of our customers. But I'm glad to fill the orders. Oh, by the way, on the eye cream, when you pump it, we have it in that container because that's the most sterile container, and the eye cream is so concentrated and it's got so many unique ingredients in it. But when you think you can't get any more out, just unscrew the lid, take a little Q-tip, and there's always a little more in there somewhere. Sometimes there's a lot more in there, sometimes there's like a drop in there. But I always tell everybody, open it up when you're out, when you think you're out. Ask me anything from social media. At Dale, are you going to film another season of RHOM? Well, no one's filming, so no, but I am a reality show. The problem is we just don't have any cameras following me, but the show's going on. Holly Weatherington, what is my beauty routine? Oh, can I adopt you as my sister? Oh, aren't you sweet? Well, what I do is in the morning, I wash with the facial wash. I put the serum, then the eye cream, and then I put the moisturizer, and that's it. At night, I do wash, serum, eye cream, moisturizer. Done. Then twice a week, I use the exfoliant to eliminate all the old cells that need sloughing off, which is what gives you that glow. And then about every 5 days, I use the mask from here all the way up. It takes maybe 8 to 10 to 15 minutes to dry. You wait till it's completely dry, it's no longer pulsating, and it's dry to touch. And then what you'll find out is that it lifts, tones, firms, tightens, opens up the pores, and pulls out the impurities, and the fine lines, you'll just be shocked. And also, if you look at our testimonials, you'll be able to see what?
The big mic. Can you move it?
Oh, if you look at the testimonials, you'll be able to find some of the testimonials from the women are saying their fine lines and wrinkles are gone, their skin's more tightened, their jaw's more taut. So it's a miracle product. So that's our #1 product from 20-something years ago that really carried everything along the way.
Jessie DeFritas says she has the anti-aging serum and she wears it at night by itself, and the next morning on her face is like a baby skin, she said.
You know, Jeff Lewis said that's his favorite product, the serum.
And Diane Jones says she loves the handbags and can't wait to try all the creams.
I love these for the holidays. They're all I can't believe we're selling them so cheap, but okay. All right, Alan Rothschild. Alan, if 45 wins in 2020, do you fear for democracy in America, or am I being paranoid? Of course, it will be an autocracy. It'll be dictatorship because they're stacking the courts. They're stacking the Justice Department. They're stacking every single agency that we have. And the presidential people are the president wants to have unlimited power. And that's exactly what they're going towards. They want to have a small amount of rich people control and have all the power and all the money in the country, and like they do in other countries. And that's what Trump's agenda is. America first. What he means by that is rich white men first. And that's exactly what it means. Yes, of course I'm worried about it. Everybody's got to vote. Vote blue no matter who. In the primary, the only thing you need to decide in the primary who to vote for is who can beat Trump. The rest of it, policies, it'll all work out. Trust me, all the Democrats are pretty much on the same page. But you've got to get rid of him because he's an existential threat. By the way, they say we have 11 years to save the planet from this climate that's just every day in disruption, and he's calling it a hoax. He's not even acknowledging that there is a climate problem. They scrubbed the website, and the EPA guy said they made him take everything regarding the science off the White House website. I just can't. It's too much. It's just nauseating. Oh, and by the way, that little jaunt to the hospital, got a little scoop on that for you later. Jason Tunney. Hi, Leah. I remember on Jeff Lewis, you stressed that you need to be gentle around the eye area, especially. I have a difficult time removing my eye makeup. That's a good point. She wants to know what kind. You know what? Get one that doesn't have alcohol in it and that has a limited amount of oil in it, but that does remove oil. And there are all sorts of them out there. I can't remember the one that the last one I bought was really huge. It lasts like 2 years. But the most important thing with your eyes is take washcloths, cotton balls, or cotton pads. Put the eye cream remover on there and soak them. Soak them, and then gently wash it off. Don't go like this. And then when you go around your eye area, use your ring finger and gently go from the outside in and tap, 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 tap. Okay, so there's that. Then,
Diane Jones wants to know who did your portrait.
Which one?
That one, bud.
That's Brito. He's a big, famous, world-renowned artist, and he does people. He just sent me that one time. Isn't that great? Yeah, Brito, Britto, Romero Brito. Look up his website. He does all kinds of pop art. He's fabulous. We like him as a person, too. I hear those boxes coming together over there. They're shipping. In royalty news, so Queen Elizabeth canceled the public birthday party for Andrew's 60th birthday because of the Epstein interview. So they're just going to have a private family birthday. What do you think of that? You think they should have canceled the public one over that?
Yes.
I don't know what I think about it. I mean, it was stupid for him to do the interview. Apparently, the PR person told him not to do the interview, and he did it anyway. Yeah. And now it's a whole big rip. Of course, you know, the British are much more stiffer upper lip than we are. They have much less tolerance for bad behavior. Minus Boris.
The same day this was all happening, there was an episode. I was watching like one of the episodes of The Crown that's just come out, and it mirrors the exact same situation. It was they did a reality show many years ago to try to help their persona, and it went backfired. It backfired, yeah. and I was watching that while this was all unraveling, and it seemed like the same type of thing.
Because people want the mysteriousness of it, and they want the vision of how they think royalty live. They don't want them to be like everybody else. Oh, I forgot to tell you that, Jason, I told you to mark your calendar. Their Elizabeth Taylor pearls are coming up on the Christie's auction. So listen to this story. I get myself into more stuff. Okay, so on a radio show one day on Jeff, I'm talking about all my jewelry, and I'm an addict. And I mentioned Elizabeth Taylor auction. This woman calls in, and she goes, I've got 3 pieces of jewelry that Elizabeth Taylor left me in her will. I get to talking to the woman. She sends me pictures. I've been going back and forth with her for a year. I decided I didn't really want to buy the pieces because what she thought they were worth and what I thought they were worth were just so far apart. But she needed the money. She wanted to get the most she could for the jewelry. So the long pearls, I already have 2 almost similar ones. The earrings I wouldn't wear. They're pierced, and there's really no way to convert them. But the bracelet I might have worn, but you really need to make sure it's going to fit, you know, because it's so you have to get a measurement. Well, anyway, so I put her in touch with the guy at Christie's or Sotheby's. Which one was it? Christie's. Who's a friend of mine, and told her to get an appraisal from them. Well, of course, his appraisal was in line with what I was willing to pay. But by then, I didn't want to say, okay, I'll just pay you this amount, because I wanted her to have a chance of maybe people bidding on it and it going up because of the pedigree of Elizabeth Taylor. If she would have had it in the original Elizabeth Taylor auction, she would have gotten 10 times more for it than she's going to probably get now. But I am going to bid on the bracelet. If nobody buys it, I'll get a really good buy. If the bidding goes up, I'll pay a little more than I would have probably paid if I called her now and said I'll take it for the minimum bid. But I wanted to give her the opportunity to make. Oh, then, by the way, in the hotel lobby over there, they had a Christmas tree. Must have been 30 feet tall. Guess what they decorated it with in Texas?
What?
Cowboy hats and bandanas. I took a picture. They had all cowboy hats and bandanas on. It was really cute. I took a picture with RJ. You know, another thing, I saw this woman posted that she's upset that we don't accept PayPal anymore. So you can email us at hello@leahblack.com and we will figure out a way to help you get around the PayPal thing, whether it's, you know, we'll figure it out. Don't worry. We're going to take care of all the customers. We trust you. We'll figure it out, and that's that. But it's not our decision. PayPal made an across-the-board decision that because they don't want to be responsible for what CBD might or might not have any THC in it, they're just not allowing anyone to sell CBD products on their site or on their platform. Now, for me, I could see them saying we're not going to take internal CBD products. In other words, if you ingest it or you take the pill or it's a vitamin or whatever, we're not going to take it. But for topicals, I think it's ridiculous. And they'll sort it out and they'll come back around. But in the meantime, don't blame us. And that woman, I want to make sure we email her and tell her.
No, I did speak with her
okay,
on this side, so she's good.
So she's good.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I didn't want to just send a thing, we don't accept it anymore.
No,
okay.
Susan Cylinder also said that she just ordered the Icebox purse. Merry Christmas to her.
Oh, which one? The Icebox.
That's the gold one that's over here.
No, that's not the Icebox.
Yeah.
The Icebox. Oh, it's not here. Yeah.
That's what
I know which one it is. Bring it out. Bring it out. I know which one it is. It's really nice. You know which other one to bring out? Bring out that one that's, what's it called, Jason? It looks like the wedding store just loved it. The black, the gold, and the white one. What's it called? Yeah, the Fantasia. Let me see one of those. There's some on the display in the front. Anyway, meanwhile, go to my Insta stories. You're going to see how smart and creative I am. I'm so good on Insta stories. Oh, this is the black Icebox. She bought it in gold. And this is the one I'm talking about, the Fantasia. I don't know how much it is, but this is gorgeous. And it comes in black, clear crystal, and gold. So this is gorgeous. People love this. We went to New York one time to a trunk show, and all the bridal people were like, oh my God, it's gorgeous. And then the other women were saying, oh my God, this is so much Judith Lieber, I can't believe it. And do you know how much we're selling this for? I mean, it's like 100 and something. It's not expensive. So anyway, so here's the Icebox, and we have it in black and in gold. And all these are final sales, remember that. Okay, now, you know my bully, you're a nasty man tweet? It's over 6,000 retweets now. That's to that idiot Mike Turner that disrespected Jovanovic, that public servant. I'm so sick of him. Anyway, in other news, remember that guy Scott Warren? He was arrested. Here's the gold one right here in the Icebox. Yeah, it's beautiful. I will tell you, this doesn't hold a huge amount, but it's enough for after 5 in that. I love it. It's just so gorgeous.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It doesn't catch on. I love it. Okay. Anyway.
Susan said she's starting to sweat. Because we couldn't find it.
We only have this one. I don't know. We might have another one or two. We don't have very many. I'm telling you, all these are custom, and we only have a few of each. So anyway. So Scott Warren, the humanitarian that was arrested. Is my watch right? I don't think so. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, you want to do the 5-minute break or 5-second break real quick? Or you
okay.
Okay, hold on. For our podcast advertisers. And we're back.
Okay, so Scott Warren, the humanitarian that was charged at the border for harboring a pair of migrants, remember? He was feeding them and sneaking water and food to them. Well, he went to jail. That was at the Arizona border. He was arrested for, aiding and abetting immigrants. He was acquitted, thank God. So the people of Arizona did the right thing there. Netanyahu indicted for bribery, fraud, and breach of trust. Well, as Rick Wilson says, everything Trump touches dies. And look what happened to Netanyahu. Yep. He gets hooked in with that. He thinks he's got Kushner and Trump in his pocket, and he gets even more careless, and now he's been indicted, and now they say that he's not going to leave it easy. By the way, I just put these dots together. Did you realize, oh my God, the reason the religious right is sticking with Donald Trump, the 4-time married, 17-kid, two-time porn stars, cussing, swearing, lying, cheating, stealing, is because he promised to move the capital of Israel from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. And to the religious Christian right-wing nuts, that's a sign that we're moving closer to the rapture. And they want the rapture to come. So they're going to stick with him because they think he's the chosen one.
Yep, they do.
Would
But it
you
also says in the
just-
Bible, in the book of Revelations, that the Antichrist will convince everyone he is the chosen one. So
I have to tell Roy that because when I told him that rapture thing, I thought he was going to faint
Oh,
and fall on the
listen.
floor. He goes, people really believe that stuff?
I
I'm
was
like,
raised
"They do."
that way
They believe
as a
it.
child. I mean, my family was, they're evangelicals, and it just like, it blows my mind to see that. But every time they bring that up, I always say, yeah, don't forget in the
That
book of
the
Revelations, it does say
Antichrist
that the Antichrist will convince
It's going to
everyone.
convince everyone. That's what he is, the Antichrist. And let me tell you something else. If you believe that Christian rapture thing, then you got to believe that these Muslims that say when they kill people they're going to go to heaven and get like 17 virgins or whatever, they think that's true. The Mormons think somebody dropped out of the sky 200 years ago and found these golden plaques with these things on it, and they think that's the truth. So all these religions are what's causing all these wars. So have a faith, believe in a spirit, believe in a higher being, believe in whatever, but don't get glued to one of these ridiculous theories that are going around because everybody thinks their religion's the right one. I mean, they all think they're the right one. The Jewish people think they have the best religion. The Muslims they have the best. The Catholics, if you confess your sins, theirs the best. You know, the rapture's coming for the Christians. So these right-wing Christians are the ones that are keeping Trump in office and in power, which tells you there's about 25% of Americans that believe that because he moved the capital to Jerusalem, that he's the chosen one,
Right.
and that he's getting us closer to the rapture, which is why they don't believe in climate change, because they think it's God's will and part of the rapture. Oh my
Ryan-
God, I just can't believe it anymore.
So 2 comments came in really good. Ryan Holt says it also says they wear the mark of the beast on their forehead. That's the red hat with the MAGA.
Wait, say that again.
It also says in the Bible that they will wear the mark of the beast on their head, which is the red hat with the MAGA. And then
I'm getting educated.
Susan Selander wrote here too, the Antichrist is supposed to be extremely attractive, so it's not him.
No, it's not him.
I'm pretty sure he's got 2 6s and a 5. I don't know if the third
That's
6
not
is there.
him. Oh my God! So this is what they're taking over. So what Trump's decided, he didn't believe any of this. Remember
No,
when
he doesn't even know how to
He
say
never read the Bible. He
3
didn't-
Corinthians.
When they said, "What's your favorite between what was it called? The first
3 Corinthians, 2
Yeah,
Corinthians.
What was it when they asked him, the Old Testament or the New Testament? Oh, I like them equally the same. What's your favorite Bible verse? Well, that's very personal. I wouldn't want to discuss it. Well, what do you go to? It's just like he doesn't have any answers because he has no clue about this religion thing.
No.
But he's found a vehicle
Exactly.
where he can lead these sheep down this path to believe that he's the chosen one. Oh, and then this whole anti-abortion thing. You think he hasn't paid for any abortions in his lifetime? Oh my God. It's just that he's such a bully, nobody will come out. They don't want to be at the end of the wrath, and they will fight with the President of the United States. But he didn't believe any of all this. He just has no principles at all. His principle is what'll keep me in power, what'll feed my ego, what'll get me an applause, what'll make me the big cheese. I'll never forget that first summit he went to where he powered his way to the front of the line and went, like in front of all those people, just shoved him out of the way. And I was like, this is who he is. But I started connecting those dots with the rapture, and I was like, so one time we were at Jerry Spence's ranch. I don't know if you guys know Jerry Spence. He's the lawyer that used to wear the fringe jackets. His wife made all jackets. His wife's name is Emma Jing, as in I am a Jing, like an Indian name. They're very down to earth. They walk on the coals so they don't burn their feet. And they have all these seminars and their spirit. They're like out there. And I love them. But anyway, so my friend Gail, who is a right-wing Christian, wears that badge on her shoulder, wanted to meet Jerry Spence one time. We were in Wyoming. They had a house in Wyoming. So I said, okay, we'll go to the ranch. We'll go to the ranch. So Emma Jane had just come from, I think, Louisiana. And she said, I just came from this funeral, and you're not going to believe it. This guy stood up and started talking about the rapture. And my friend Gail, who believes in the rapture, I thought she was going to fall on the floor when she could hear Imogen going on and on about this rapture. And it was ridiculous that people believe all this. And I was just like, well, I guess she's not going to want to visit the ranch anymore.
You've got a lot of comments coming in. George Bustamante says, it's the herd mentality, and you said it, Leah. Nancy C. Carver says, when people show you who they are, believe them.
I'm telling you, that's just what's keeping him in power. And all these, by the way, all these religious organizations get 501c status, meaning they don't pay taxes. So they're collecting all this money. And Freddie used to send them $5 a month and buy a bottle. And you turn on Jimmy Swaggart and he's like, oh, Mary Smith just sent $10. Mary Smith, you're on our prayer list. We're praying for you, Mary. And then the next one sent $10. Oh, they're on our prayer list. Oh, the Lord's going to heal you. You got a broken ankle, send in $20. The Lord's going to heal you. And they're just getting all this money. Then these religious nuts are driving around in $30 and $40 million planes, living in mansions, going out and boozing it up, cocktailing it up, partying it up, while Mary Smith in her little wheelchair in Idaho is sitting there sending her $5 from her Social Security. It should be against the law. Oh, I can't take it anymore. Let's move on. In celebrity news, I see Taylor Swift got her award of the decade, and she was able to play her own music. So there's that. So good for her. I didn't watch it. Did you watch it?
I didn't. I saw that where she gave the speech and she had all the names of her songs on her dress and everything.
I saw that part about her dress.
But they're still fighting. Like he finally came out, Scooter, the guy that bought her all of her music, and said that, you know, his family's getting death threats. They can't go out of the house. All this stuff's happening. So she really stuck it to him. I love it.
Listen, you know what? If you want to get greedy, see, I'm always on the side of the artist.
Me too.
I do think you should make your profit. You should make your money. It's an industry, and you're entitled. But you can't take someone's life work and their art and claim it as your own and cut them out of it. They tried to do it to Michael Jackson. They tried to do it to the Beatles. They try to do it time and time again because artists don't have a business mentality. And so they just make bad business decisions because they're creative genius type people. And look at Billy Joel. Remember, his manager stole $30-something million from him, and
Tony Braxton.
All of them.
All of them.
Look at the boxers. Like, what's his name? All those boxers. That guy Don King with all the hair, Trump's big buddy. You know, he took all the money, and the boxers are now retired with no money. So I'm always on the side of the artist, but you need good representation. Now, Scooter's obviously a genius. I mean, he's got a ton of really top talent. But I just think they went too far. And I don't know what to do. I don't know the whole story, so I could be wrong.
But that's what happens is that, you know, when they find a talent like Taylor and they identify, like, she has the it factor.
They tie him down.
They tie him down. They're like, okay, well, if you want to come to work for us, we will make you a superstar, but we own all your music. Yeah. And if you don't, then you can try to go out there and do it on your own with your own. And, you know, that's the problem.
It's just not fair.
It's not.
And, you know, now the guy.
Susan Solander, remember the Halston situation. He couldn't even use his own name. JCPenney, everybody owned it. They do it all the time.
It's just wrong on so many levels. I think you should just be grateful that you have this artist, and you should nurture them and take care of them and let them blossom and be fair with them and make your money. You know, the one that I saw the bio on not too long ago was, what was the girl's name that used to be married to Blake Shelton, the country and western singer? And she's won all those big awards. What's her name? Miranda Lambert. Okay. When they took her in to do her deal, she walked away. And she said, I either have complete control or I'm done. And they gave her complete control. So you just have to take a stand, I guess. Meanwhile, Lori Loughlin is saying that she cannot trust any of her friends or co-stars anymore, according to Perez Hilton's website. In other news, remember the koala that woman went and got out of the tree and took it to the vet? It died. It was burning in Australia. It finally died. It died. Oh, it just broke my heart. You know how many other ones probably died? It's horrible. I can't. Oh, okay. So in the Brooklyn jury, according to the Daily News, there's a jury in Brooklyn that the the witness or the testimony was that this man dismembered his girlfriend and kept her head and feet in the freezer. The lawyer said that doesn't prove that he murdered her. And I guess the jury's going to decide. Why would you keep your girlfriend's head and feet in your freezer if you didn't murder her? And if you did, why would you keep it there? That's just too weird. Remember that girl that died here in Miami, and the guy, which we won't mention his name, kept her body in the casket in his bedroom for like a week or two? Oh my God. LVMH bought Tiffany for $16.2 billion acquisition. I don't know if I like that. What do you think?
I think it will probably keep Tiffany around longer because I think they were struggling, but I don't know that it's the best business deal. I mean, it is for the people that bought it, the LVMH. He's going to be the richest man in the world now. They're talking he's almost there.
He's dominating all the fashion houses. But the thing is about it, like when I buy jewelry now, I try to find the estate pieces, and I try to find the original Tiffany pieces, not these new artists that come on, even though this one ring was this new artist, but it's a one of a kind. But I just think the old craftsmanship was so much better, and it's just like Swatch buying Harry Winston. I just worry that it's, well, the other one Versace sold. I'm just worried that they're going to become mass, marketing kind of pieces. The good news for somebody like me that collects all this stuff, it'll be worth more one day. But the bad news is they're losing the craftsmanship and the artistry of it. So I just hope that they don't do that. But let's see what happens. But that's kind of sad about Tiffany.
I mean, that company in particular is pretty good about keeping the elevated integrity of the brand. They're really good about that. So I think that, if anybody was going to do it, it's probably them. But I think that business is struggling.
Isn't that guy married to Selma, what's her name?
Selma Hayek.
Isn't he married to her, the guy that owns all that?
So, yes.
Oh, God. Girl, you married up. Not to insult you, you're a great actress. You're just darling. darling, but okay. So the Hitler birthplace became a police station. They wanted to keep it from becoming in the neo-Nazis' hands as a tribute to Hitler. So they bought it up and made it a police station. So I was just thinking, what are they going to do with the Donald Trump police station? Turn it into a local outhouse for the homeless? I think they should make it for homeless and put the homeless people in there. It's funny that Hitler's became a police station, and Trump bought that post office in Washington, D.C. Maybe there's some trend to it. He's trying to sell it now.
Yeah.
He knows that once he's out of office, it's going to be worth nothing. So he's, again, trading on his name and power in office to try to make the family some money. Kushner and his wife made over $80 million last year. I can't take it anymore. So there's a nail salon, according to the New York Post, that they do nails in the back, and they showed a picture of this guy butchering a deer on the floor on a big plastic thing in the front of the salon. If I went to a salon and they were butchering a deer on a plastic carp in the front of the salon, I would call the health department and walk out. What is wrong with people? I just can't. According to the latest survey, Americans find the most fulfillment and meaning in life. Family, 69%. Does everybody agree to that? Career, 34%. Money, 23%. Spirituality and faith, 20%. Friends, 19%. And hobbies and activities, 19%. I don't know if I agree with that. I think a lot of people prefer money over family. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, a young boy. Oh, remember in Miami over here at the Mall of the Americas, that young boy that was thrown off the third floor balcony by that guy? Remember that? Mm-hmm. Well, apparently he's back at school and walking normally.
That's good.
So they thought he was going to die.
That's good.
Who was that guy? Some maniac just picked up the kid and threw him off the third floor balcony onto the concrete for no reason. And that guy's in jail. Oh, let's see. Oh, and I love this one story. There was a story of a guy, I forgot, it came from the insider.com. I didn't get it right, his name down. He was a homeless and hungry student, and he finally got a doctorate degree. Isn't that sweet? Oh my God, I tell RJ every day, you don't know how blessed you are. Let's go to the Housewives. So Tinsley finally got her ring. Did you see that?
Yeah.
So apparently they're walking down Chicago. He hires some carol singers that start singing 1,000 Years. What's the name of that song?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
That's their song, apparently.
That's their song. What's the name of it? Anyway, 1,000 Year song. He drops down on his knee, and he had someone video it, and he proposes. I doubt it was Bravo videoing it because no one would have been able to keep their mouth shut. It would have leaked. But anyway, she's going to get the ring. Mm-hmm. So, do you think she's going to stay on the Housewives? Do you think she's going to go to Chicago, or do you think she's going to go back and forth? What do you think?
I think they've already said this is her last season, and she will be moving to Chicago.
Oh, they said that.
And she may not even complete the whole season. So,
you know what? Good for her. Yeah. She's got her priorities straight. She really does. I mean, you fall in love, you meet the right guy. I mean, how important is a reality TV show compared to the rest of your life, having a nice family and having a great, marriage and relationship? But I kind of thought she might become a friend and commute back and forth, and they might.
She might do something like that. They've brought in the new full-time woman. She's a designer there in New York. I forget. She's a clothing designer.
Is she good on the show?
Well, I don't know. They're saying she's.
Oh, the show hasn't started yet.
No, but
when does Beverly Hills start?
Not for a while. They're taping right now. They're on the trip.
They're taping now. And then New York hasn't started yet.
New York is taping right now, too.
So they haven't started yet.
No.
So Orange County's on.
So right now, Orange County's on, Dallas is on, and
New Jersey.
And New Jersey.
Okay. All right. Well, I've got to follow all this. I got to be in the know. Apparently, now I don't know, because I try to catch these. I try to TiVo them and fast forward and catch the stories. But did Kenya spend her 1-year anniversary by herself in Chile? Is that true? That's what I read. I was like, well, don't play a victim, girl. And
I don't know, but
there's a rumor that her husband hit her. Is that true?
I had heard the rumor too, and then they say that he had another family in another city or something. Yeah, so that's why they're having issues.
My God.
Like he has another girlfriend or something like that. That's why they're split. They're on the outs.
Husband.
Yeah, the one she just married. Yeah, that she has a kid with. There's been some
Why
kind
would
of
you go on national television on a show?
Yeah, Ryan Holt says she did spend it by herself, is what they're saying on the comments.
I feel sorry for Kenya. The mother rejected her. She doesn't have very much family. Her friends are either jealous or just don't really like her. They're not really her friends. She tries hard on the show. She always delivers. She's a beautiful girl. She's working hard to support herself. She put out that hair care line. She's got gorgeous hair. I just kind of feel sorry for her. I mean, I would take her in and try to get her a good husband and, be a friend to her.
Well,
I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
The good news is that the ratings, because, Nene wasn't on the first 3 or 4 episodes, and then they brought Kenya back this season, and the ratings were through the roof when Kenya was on. And then when they brought Nene on, episode 3 or 4, the ratings were down a little bit. So they think that Kenya is probably a good draw for that.
And Portia and Kenya
are
the nucleus of the show right now, from what I've seen.
Yeah.
I think,
and Candy. She's kind of into it.
Candy always delivers, but you know why? Because Candy has a real life with a lot of real stuff going on. Yeah. Some of them have to drum up stuff to do. I remember when we had our show going, they would have to sit and plot and figure out what they could do because they didn't really do anything. They would sit around and party or go to lunch for 4 hours with the girls. But the girls that had real lives that were working hard, like Karen was a dentist. She had that business and that med spa, and Joanna was flying all over modeling, and I was running the charity and the business. And, we all had content. Some of them were looking for content, so they would just have to create stuff. And the reason Candy's sustainable is because she has organic content.
Candy.
Candy. And Kenya is sustainable because she has a big personality and she knows how to stir the pot, But I think Nene is running out of she's done a lot. She's contributed a lot, but she doesn't seem to have a lot going on right now. So maybe that's why. You got to have a lot going on, but it has to be real and organic. It can't just be, I'm going to go and start this widget line. I found a widget and I'm going to sell this kind of stuff. Nobody likes that. Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday specials. Go to leahblack.com, catch up with our Black Friday handbag sales and our Small Business Saturday sale. And we are a small business. We struggle every day to please. We're going to be the victims now. Order, help! And our Cyber Monday special. And go to my what do you call it? My live stories and see how brilliantly talented I am.
Instagram stories.
My Instagram stories at doing all these graphics. I spent hours creating these graphics for you. And then one day I looked up and James said, go to your Instagram story. So I looked at my Instagram story and said, oh my God, I'm so fabulous and I'm so talented. You have to look at them. They're really good. Okay. The handbag final blowout sale starting at $45, limited quantities, styles up to, some of them are up to 90% off. Oh my God, how are we going to pay our rent? I'm not kidding. Holiday skincare bundle, all 6 products, and my Red Carpets and White Live novel, and free shipping for $270. That's well over $500 value. Then we have a little special for you for the holidays. We will gift wrap your items for you, and you can see them on our website, how they're going to be wrapped. And we have the duo, the serum and the moisturizer duo for $90. So what you can do, the name tag dropped right there. Okay, here's another one. And then we have the trio. The trio is the wash, the serum, and the moisturizer, which is a $208 value for $155. And the skincare duo. $115. Well, it says $150. I was saying that.
It's $115. I must have typed it wrong.
Yeah,
sorry.
Because I was like, I don't remember that number, but okay.
If you want to pay us $150, we'll be happy to take it.
But look, so what we'll do is we'll put your, to Mary from you, Sue, and we'll put it in a box, and we'll wrap it for you with whatever you tell us to put on the card. And each one will be customized. So if you want to send a friend a gift, we will gift wrap it for you and send it out for you. And
perfect stocking stuffers, too. They fit right in a stocking.
That's good. And also for if you have an office and you want to buy all the secretaries something, or if you have a business and you want to buy your staff something, or if you have family members, you want to send them all something. So you don't have to do anything. You just go online, go to leahblack.com, tell us which package you want. We'll put the card on here for you. We'll ship it for you. It'll be beautifully packaged, and you'll be getting your gift delivered. We're just like that ham place. Remember the ham place? What's that place where you order all the nuts and those? What are those places called? Harry and David's. We're the new Harry and David's of skincare. So we'll do that for you. So you have a choice between the duo, the serum and the moisturizer for $90, $180 value, and the trio, the wash, the serum, and the moisturizer, over $200 value for $115. No coupon codes are necessary. Just go online and order, and we will gift wrap them just for you. I hope we sell some of these. Then we'll do them. We did? Yeah. Oh my God, we sold 2. I would tell you who they were, but I don't want to spoil your surprise that you're sending it to somebody. These are also great, like if you have a wedding party, give that out, So the reason I'm hoping this works well is we'll do it for Valentine's Day and Mother's Day. We'll come up with different stuff for you guys. Holiday skincare, 50% off the CBD beauty products and the Sudden Youth Lift facial mask, 8 to 10 masks. You get 8 to 10 facial masks. The promo code is HOLIDAY 2019. Oh, nice. You need to get that mask. Everybody that's ever used that mask has never left me as a customer.
And I just want to say to Ryan Holt, I'm agreeing with you.
Oh my God, we're not going to have time to do any of the politics. What's that? What did he say?
He said James does such a good job. Maybe he needs a raise.
Oh, no, James. Well, I will say this. On those Instagram stories, they're pretty impressive. They really are. I don't even know how to start to do that. Okay. Listen to what our customers are saying about Leah Black Beauty Skincare. Well, dear Leah, it's a game changer. I was not expecting much from my Leah Black Beauty Skincare order. At age 47, I'm trying another new product. Well, not something she normally does. Clearly noting that I've ever used and have met. Oh my God.
Yeah, it was kind of hard.
Okay. This is a game changer. I was not expecting much from my Leah Black Beauty Skincare order. At age 47, trying another new product. Clearly nothing I have ever used has met the claims that you made. Great, thank you. I recently started using the CBD products and I was wondering if I was actually getting any benefits from the complete line after a year of use. Then I was putting on my makeup and I realized that I don't use foundation anymore. I don't either. I just use face powder. Clearly, it has changed my skin. Thank you for a product line that lives up to its claims. You have spectacular customer service. Thank you, James and Jason and RJ. And continued success, Jennifer K. I will tell you, it's funny, I don't use foundation either. And no one ever believes it.
And I'm hearing that from a lot of women.
if you use these products regularly and stick with them, you're going to see. And I do use face powder just because I think it gives your face a little matted look. But I mean, I'm talking about, sometimes I don't even put powder on the puff. I just like take the puff and just pat it. But your skin, it will transform your skin. I've been doing this a very long time, I'm telling you, and I never lose a customer. We make them happy one way or the other. So there.
That's great.
Leah's life's lessons. Giving is the gift that keeps on getting. Oh, I like that. Giving is the gift that keeps on giving. See, I sit around and make all these quotes.
It's Thanksgiving week, so
it's Thanksgiving week. James picked one of my quotes that matches the week. Wasn't that clever? How come I didn't realize that? Giving is the gift that keeps on getting. I sit around and write all these quotes all the time. I have books of them. It's crazy.
You should do a book. I always said of just your
quotes.
quotes.
Do a coffee table book.
Hoda Kotb did one, and of just like what she posts on Mondays, and it's like a bestseller now.
I just don't think I have a big enough audience to make my book a bestseller. I mean, we still have Red Carpets and White Lies we need you guys to read, even though page 6 said I was the next Jackie Collins. Well, I'm going to leave. We don't have time for political news, so I'm just going to have to save it. Oh, I will have to mention one thing. Did you see Melania was booed in Baltimore? Booed off, literally.
Yep.
Almost off the stage, but she stayed and she can read in English a little bit. So she stayed and made her speech. But did you notice Trump, he went to the hospital on Saturday. Sunday, you didn't hear from him. The inside scoop I have is he was at the hospital all day on Sunday, snuck in and snuck out. He didn't go anywhere Monday or Tuesday. He had one meeting in his office in the residence. Wednesday, he had to go to Austin. If you notice, he was walking slow and not using his left arm. Then he
came down here.
Came down the back stairs. Oh. Did you see that?
No,
he got off the plane, and you know the top stairs go down 20 or 30. They're big. The back stairs are like 6 or 8 little stairs. He went down the back stairs of the plane. So there's more to the story. And I know a little more, but I don't want to spread a rumor that I haven't confirmed. But people are telling me that have inside information that there's a whole lot more to that story. So he's a fraud in every way. Just a complete fraud in every way. I hope you guys are watching the hearings. I hope you heard David Holmes say that he heard Trump on the phone saying, are they going to implement my investigation? So tying him directly to it. Fiona Hill saying that Russia propaganda is being spread by Republicans, and that would be that the Ukrainians are the ones that hacked the election and influenced the election when it was really Russian. He says, she's like, please stop propagating this propaganda, you Republican Party. Some of you are just helping the Russians.
Even Fox News called one of the guys on the carpet the other night when they brought that up. And
they did?
Yeah, they stopped him. They was like, no, what are you doing? And then this guy, the senator, has now since gone back and said, oh, you're right. There was nothing from Ukraine. Just try to save himself.
Senator, I can't think of where he's from, but
I can't either. Mississippi, yeah, that's where he is.
And he said, "Oh no, he doesn't. Nobody knows who did it," and he walked it back because he made a fool of himself, and there was a huge backlash. And then Ivanovich was like, "Why did you have to smear me if you wanted to get me out of the way? If you wanted me to get out of the way so that you could do your dirty tricks?" And as what's his name, Bolton called it, your dirty drug deal with Giuliani. Why didn't you just fire me or call me back? Why did you have to smear my name and reputation? Then Sondland, who gave Trump the $1 million to be the ambassador, comes out and says, yes, it was a quid pro quo. Everyone was in on it and everyone knew about it. And he listed everyone that was involved and everyone knew about it. Vinland, that decorated war hero that's still walking around with scrapple in his leg, testifies and tells the truth, and now he has to have 24-hour security, military security, and they had to relocate him and his family. And it's just out of control. It's a White House in chaos and corruption. And then apparently, Stephen Miller, that white supremacist, that they found hundreds of emails where he was talking about white supremacy and horrible things about anybody that wasn't white. Well, now they've had over 100 letters from congressmen telling him to fire him. So, I mean, it just goes on and on. It's just terrible. I just can't. And then Trump, they showed his notes when he was going to make a speech. They wrote them this big because he's too proud to wear glasses. He don't want anybody to think he needs glasses, because he thinks that 28-inch waist of his and that super body hero thing, that he's so young and fabulous. And all he kept saying is, no quid pro quo, no quid pro quo. Like 5 times on the piece of paper and a Sharpie. I mean, he really does deserve a Sharpie endorsement. Anyway, yeah, he goes, I want nothing. No quid pro quo. Doing the right thing. Over and over in big letters this big. That was his whole speech. I mean, I just can't anymore. It's just too much. All right, so I don't have time for the rest of this. Oh, it's just so much. I just can't. But anyway, I will have to tell you that on July 4th of last year, seven congressmen and senators, 6 senators and 1 congressman, House representative, went to Russia on July 4th of last year. Just so you know who they are: Senator Richard Shelby, John Howard, Ron Johnson, John Kennedy. That John Kennedy's the one. Jerry Moran. Anyway, John Tyne, Representative Kay Granger, and those are the ones that went there last year on July 4th and had big meetings in Russia, and these are the ones that are not accepting the fact about Ukraine because they can kill 3 birds with 1 stone. 1, they can blame Ukraine for meddling and get Russia off the hook. 2, they can take out Biden, they think. And 3, they can get Russia to help again this time. It's really pathetic. Rudy Giuliani has been indicted on obstruction, money laundering. No, he's under investigation for obstruction, money laundering, conspiracy to defraud the U.S., false statements, acting as an unregistered foreign agent, mail fraud, wire fraud, and some other fraud. I can't. There you have it. There's your news. You don't need to read the news. I curate it all for you. So come and visit us on our website, leahblack.com. Black Friday special. Thursday special. What's that one called?
Well, Thursday we're doing the preview, but we're doing it right now for the people that watch. Then Black Friday, Small Business Saturday.
Then the Small Business Saturday.
And then Cyber Monday.
And the Cyber Monday and the Instagram stories. Okay, guys, I'll see you next week. Same place, same time, same everything. Share. SHARE. Tell everybody to watch the video. Go on our website. Tell everybody how fabulous we are and how much fun we have together.
Have a very happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Don't eat too much. Bye.